Hello, I'm James Stewart, Sheriff of Anoka County, and welcome back to the Sheriff Show. On this episode, Commander Brian Padani will talk about how we are bringing awareness to the issues of human trafficking in Anoka County. We'll talk to Crime Prevention Coordinator Laura Landis about an increase in cell phones and electronic tablet thefts in our area. And we'll go with Commander Kevin Helwig to take a look at how the SWAT team trains in the courthouse. The Sheriff Show starts right after this. The number of human trafficking cases in the metro area is very alarming, and the general public is relatively unaware about it. Most of us think about it being an issue in a third world country, but sadly, it is occurring every day right here. Here to tell us more is Commander Brian Padani of our Criminal Investigative Division, who will tell us about what to look for and how to respond if you see something suspicious.
Hi, my name is Brian Padani. I'm the Criminal Investigations Division Commander here at the Anoka County Sheriff's Office. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about human trafficking. Conservative estimates are that every year approximately 100,000 children are exploited for prostitution each year in the United States. The average age of girls that are drawn into sex trafficking is 11 to 14 years old. The FBI has actually identified Minnesota as one of the top 13 states where children are being exploited for sex trafficking in the nation. And nationally, the Midwest produces a greater than average number of young girls that are pulled into this field and forced into this. And it really is something that's become a problem on a national level, but something that we need to start attacking more at home. To understand where the traffickers that are exploiting our victims, they find their victims anywhere they're going to find young people. This can be things like the mall, parks, beaches, roller rinks, anywhere young folks are likely to hang out. Also online too. The advent of the internet and social networking has really changed the way we investigate crime, and this is just another manifestation of that. Additionally, we do see some labor trafficking cases as well, and labor trafficking, there's other sites that folks who exploit victims of labor trafficking use, including rubmap.com, Backpage, and Erotic Massage. We have seen a number of labor trafficking cases throughout Anoka County and many of our different communities over the past few years. What are we doing about it here in Anoka County at the Sheriff's Office? Well, our first priority is to help the victims, to try to save and rescue the victims. We're law enforcement, so we want to build a criminal case. But our main goal is to help the victims get out of the life. If we can build a successful criminal case to present for prosecution, all the better, because we do want to hold those who exploit these victims accountable. We've trained multiple detectives in our Criminal Investigations Division in doing human trafficking investigations. We've partnered with the Gerald Human Trafficking Task Force out of St. Paul. They do statewide investigations. We've also developed what we call the Anoka County Human Trafficking Task Force. This is an ad hoc task force based here at the Sheriff's Office, where we work with other law enforcement agencies in Anoka County to collaborate our resources to more effectively combat the problem in a fiscally responsible manner. We've also developed partnerships with federal law enforcement, including the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI, and with prosecuting authorities, including the Anoka County Attorney's Office and the United States Attorney's Office, to present the cases for prosecution and work together to improve how those are done as well. Some signs of victimization include evidence of being controlled. Perhaps a victim has a new older boyfriend or girlfriend who seems to be controlling them. A lot of times the victims are habitual runaways. We see that they're the most vulnerable group to this, so we've been working with our school resource officers and with the schools in our community to educate them on what to watch for and when we do have runaways that return, what questions to ask to try to develop those relationships and ascertain if they've been victimized or even approached. Also, some other signs, evidence of new clothing or expensive gifts, bruises or other signs of battery, also fear and just depression as well are some key signs. If you suspect someone is being victimized, contact the Anoka County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigations Division at 763-323-5000.
As you can see, this modern-day slavery is real, and we need to work together to stop it. Turning a blind eye is not an option. We'll be right back with more of the Sheriff Show after this.
As a nation, we need to invest in our young people. Let them know that they are full of potential. Now let's help them succeed, and mentoring can do that. Help your country by volunteering as a mentor to a young person in your community. You'll be glad you did. Mentoring works. Become a mentor.
With cell phones and tablets being used more than ever before, there are also more thefts of these items than ever before. It only takes a moment for someone to steal your device without you even noticing. Crime Prevention Coordinator Laura Landis will inform us about how to prevent your phone from ending up in the wrong hands.
My name is Laura Landis, and I'm the Crime Prevention Coordinator for the Anoka County Sheriff's Office, and today I'm going to speak to you about the theft of smartphones and tablets. Recently, every community in the metro area has seen an increase in this type of crime, and what concerns law enforcement is the force at which some of these crimes are being committed. While reading reports in Anoka County, thefts of phones and tablets most often occur in our schools. Students leave them unattended on desks, unsecured in lockers or in backpacks, or just lying on the bleachers while they're playing a game of basketball. These crimes are preventable, and you all know how to prevent them. We are seeing some more reports of phones and tablets being quietly stolen off of tables at coffee shops, out of purses, at bars or in shopping carts, in unsecured locations at places of employment. Again, with a little attention, all of these are preventable. An emerging and concerning trend that we are seeing is people being robbed of their phones. This means your phone or tablet is forcibly taken from you and you see it happening. 40% of all robberies in major cities are mobile devices now. These types of crimes are occurring on sidewalks, buses, trains, and in malls. On mass transit, a thief will board a bus or a train, looks for the person using a device, and gauges how distracted they are. And then they wait for the right time. At the next stop, the thief will snatch the device and disembark. Other times, victims have been walking in a mall or on a sidewalk, looking at their phone, and a thief will come up behind them, snatch the device out of their hands, and run. Like with the recent incidents occurring at the University of Minnesota, many people carry their devices in backpacks. It doesn't take a lot to unexpectedly snatch a backpack off a shoulder. There are many locating and locking features on smartphones and tablets. We recommend that you use these features and set a password to protect your device. Make it difficult for the thief. If the device is not password protected, it can easily be reset by its new user. Another important piece of protection is to make sure that your firmware is up to date, and don't forget to set the auto lock timeout. Get in the habit of securing your device every time you're not using it. Don't use it while you're walking, anywhere. If you are listening to music, use the earbuds and keep the device out of sight and secured in a pocket. While you are on mass transit, don't get lost in your device. Make sure you look around and pay attention to your surroundings. If someone is acting suspiciously, put the device away. We'll be right back with more of the Sheriff's Show.
Technology can certainly make our lives easier, but when a thief steals it, the same technology can make us vulnerable. Make sure you are taking all of the necessary precautions. The Sheriff's Show will return in just a moment.
What about my privacy?
It's protected.
And the music I listen to. Protected.
What about how I wear my hair?
And the things I say and write?
The Constitution protects your rights.
It isn't an old, fading piece of paper.
It's a living document.
The Constitution says there are 3 branches of government.
So we're kind of like the 4th branch of government.
We are the future of America.
Find out how you could become part of Constitution Day.
For me.
For all.
For real.
Constitution Day is every day.
The SWAT team trains regularly to ensure that they are prepared for any type of situation they might encounter in the line of duty. Commander Kevin Helwig will tell us a little bit more about this training as we take an inside look at how they prepare and train.
Commander Kevin Helwig from the Anoka County Sheriff's Office. I serve as the Sheriff's Office Patrol Division and SWAT Team Commander. SWAT Team's here at the Anoka County Courthouse today doing some scenario-based training, basically dealing with incidents that we may have to deal with in the courtroom setting. The training today was coordinated by Deputy Chris Beck, one of the members of the SWAT team, and he was able to get the services of a lot of courthouse employees, including judges, court administration staff, county attorney's office members, and we had all kinds of role players, which really tried to get the training to be as realistic as possible. If we do have to deal with something in the courthouse, the chances are that we're going to have a lot of people to deal with throughout the work week. You know, there could be hundreds of people within the courthouse and government center area. So what we did tonight is work through some scenarios that we could possibly see in the courthouse. Hopefully we don't, but just from what we've learned through incidents that have happened in other courthouses across the country, you know, upset people over court rulings, family court incidents, and such. So we were here today and you know, working through some of the difficulties with stairwells, different floors, courtrooms on different levels, back hallways throughout the building, and working with our maps just to not only learn how to deal with the incident, but also for our team to get a better understanding of moving through the courthouse and government center. Might not necessarily be able to deal with a certain approach to a courtroom, and knowing that there's multiple ways to approach a courtroom or room in the courthouse or government center area. It's just to add to our general knowledge should we have to deal with an incident here.
Our SWAT team members take their service to our citizens very seriously and strive to ensure that when our public needs them, they'll be ready. That's all we have time for now. Thanks for watching this February 2014 edition of The Sheriff Show.